While the earliest hominid or human-like species first appeared around 2 million years ago, early Homo sapiens, or modern humans, are relatively young. They first appeared around 200,000 years ago. For thousands of years after Homo sapiens first appeared, early man laid the foundations for what would eventually become human civilization by developing agriculture, weaponry, art, social structure, and politics. Although the Mesopotamians are typically considered the very first urban civilization in the world, several earlier peoples developed complex societies and cultures that can also be classified as civilizations, and they have been included on this list. 1. Norte Chico. 4000 BCE to 1800 BCE. Location: Peru. The Norte Chico civilization, also called Caral, or Caral Soup civilization, is the oldest known civilization that existed in the Americas. The formation of the civilization's first city happened around 3500 BCE, and from this time until a period of decline around 1800 BCE, the Norte Chico people flourished. The Norte Chico civilization is a pre-ceramic culture, as archaeologists have found no ceramic remains and almost no visual art. However, the Norte Chico people are known for their monumental architecture, which includes large earthwork platform mounds, and sunken circular plazas. 2. Danube Valley Civilization, 5500 BCE to 3500 BCE. Location: Balkans, northern Greece, Slovakia, Croatia, and Romania. Before the glory that was Greece and Rome, even before the first cities of Mesopotamia or temples along the Nile, there lived in the lower Danube Valley and the Balkan foothills, people who were ahead of their time in art, technology, and long-distance trade. The Danube Valley civilization is one of the oldest civilizations known in Europe. For 1500 years, starting earlier than 5000 BC, they farmed and built sizable towns, a few with as many as 2,000 dwellings. They mastered large-scale copper smelting, the new technology of the age. Their graves held an impressive array of exquisite headdresses and necklaces and, in one cemetery, the earliest major assemblage of gold artifacts to be found anywhere in the world. The striking designs of their pottery speak of the refinement of the culture's visual language. Until recent discoveries, the most intriguing artifacts were the ubiquitous terracotta goddess figurines, originally interpreted as evidence of the spiritual and political power of women in society. The Vinca culture, also known as Turdas culture or Turdas Vinca culture, is part of the Danube civilization and is a Neolithic archaeological culture of Southeast Europe, dated to the period 5700 BCE to 4500 BCE. 3. Mesopotamia. Ubaid period. 6500 BCE to 3800 BCE. Location: modern-day Iraq. Around 10,000 BCE, some of the first fully developed Neolithic cultures began to settle in the Fertile Crescent, which includes Mesopotamia. Around 8000 BCE, people in northern Mesopotamia began to cultivate barley and wheat, which they used to make beer, gruel, soup, and eventually bread. During the time known as the Ubaid period, 6500 BCE till 3800 BCE, the earliest signs of civilization began as agriculture, and animal husbandry were widely practiced in sedentary communities. This gave rise to the Sumerians, who are credited as the first urban civilization in the world. 4. Jiahu. 7000 BCE to 5700 BCE. Location: Henan, China. Jiahu was a settlement located in the central plain of ancient China, and the people who lived there developed some of the earliest aspects of Chinese culture. The Jiahu culture is often mentioned with the Pelegong culture, as archaeologists cannot agree whether the Jiahu people were a part of the larger group of Pelegong. However, there is evidence that they were two separate cultures that developed around the same time. For example, the people of Jiahu cultivated rice, while the Pelegong did not, and the Jiahu settlement existed for several hundred years before the first Pelegong settlements popped up. The Jiahu are also known for producing the world's oldest wine, some of the earliest playable music, and perhaps the earliest example of Chinese writing. 5. Ain Ghazal. 7200 BCE till 5000 BCE. Location: Ain Ghazal. Modern-day Amman, Jordan. Ain Ghazal was an early farming community, and its people are known for creating some of the earliest statues of the human form. In addition to creating the statues, the people of Ain Ghazal were farmers who domesticated wheat, barley, peas, lentils, and chickpeas. They also hunted wild animals, such as gazelle, deer, pigs, foxes, and hares. For the time, the people of Ain Ghazal had eaten a wide variety of food. 6. Catalhoyuk. 7500 BCE till 5700 BCE. Location: southern Anatolia. Modern-day Turkey. The settlement of Catalhoyuk is one of the oldest urban settlements and one of the most well-preserved Neolithic settlements. Excavations of the site have revealed evidence of prehistoric social organization and cultural practices. The people of Catalhoyuk were one of the earliest people to adapt to a sedentary life and practice agriculture. It is estimated that the average population of Catalhoyuk was between 5,000 to 7,000. The settlement has no streets or footpaths, instead the houses were clustered together with roof access. There is also evidence that the people of Catalhoyuk kept their living spaces clean, and disposed of their sewage and food, in an area outside of the ruins of the settlement. The people of Catalhoyuk also buried their dead, painted murals, sculpted figurines, and even plastered and painted skulls to recreate faces. 7. Aboriginal Australians, 50,000 years ago till present. Location: Australia. Although the people who settled in Mesopotamia are often credited as the first civilization, new research shows that Aboriginal Australians are one of the oldest known civilizations on Earth. The Aborigines can trace their ancestries back to about 75,000 years ago, but became a distinct genetic group around 50,000 years ago. It is believed that this ancient group of Aboriginal Australians first settled in Australia, between 40,000 to 31,000 years ago. They are the direct ancestors of today's remaining Aboriginal tribes, and their culture has largely remained the same. The discovery of the human remains, from Lake Mungo in New South Wales, Australia, in 1969 show signs of being one of the oldest known cremations. The remains, which are known as the Mungo woman, have been dated to about 24,700 to 19,030 years ago. 8. San people. 140,000 to 100,000 years ago till present. Location: southern Africa in countries such as Botswana, Namibia, Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and South Africa. The San people of southern Africa trace their history directly to ancient peoples who lived around 140,000 to 100,000 years ago. In fact, the San are the direct descendants of one of the original ancestral human groups, haplogroup, making the San the oldest civilization in the world. In the past, the San were semi-nomadic hunter-gatherers, but today many San work as farm laborers, run nature conservancies, and other various small jobs as hunting and gathering alone is no longer sustainable. Recent archaeological finds have uncovered the oldest known ritual ceremonies, which have been attributed to the San. Archaeologists discovered 70,000-year-old spearheads, in a cave in the Sedillo Hills of Botswana, that were sacrificed to the python. The Sedillo Hills are also notable for being the site of the world's largest concentration of rock paintings. This art was also made by ancient San people. Although scientists have discovered all these ancient civilizations so far, but it is certainly possible that there are some that have not yet been found. Archaeologists and other researchers are constantly working to uncover new information about the past, and it is always possible that they will make new discoveries in the future. In fact, there are many ongoing efforts to learn more about the ancient world, and it is likely that we will continue to make new discoveries for many years to come. We will keep updating these lists and will continue to make more interesting and informative videos on different topics. Don't forget to like and follow, subscribe, and press the bell icon to get informed about future videos.